Hey guys, Auspicious Aussie here, and welcome to episode 12 of the Inter Miami series. Now, today's episode, we're going to be taking on Real Salt Lake in the MLS, and then we're going to be taking on FC Tucson they play in the USSL 2, but we're going to be taking them on in the Lamar Hunt US Open Cup. I believe it's the fourth round, as you can see there. And it's something just a little bit different, but I think it should be a relatively interesting game. Let's get into the league table first of all. We do find ourselves in third place currently in the Eastern Conference. As you can see, Orlando City, they won their games in hand and they've been doing really well. Only lost the 2 games all season so far. Find themselves on 42 points. In second place, surprisingly, I would say, Philadelphia Union. Now, since the last episode, they've really come back. They got the result against us with the draw away from home. And, we versed them again. But since then, they've just really pushed on. And, we find ourselves 3 points behind them in third on 35 points. So, got a little bit of catching up to do. We're still doing really well. As you can see, I feel like our conference is a lot stronger than the Western Conference. LAFC are first in that conference, only on 39 points. So, it's interesting. Orlando are definitely doing, quite well, especially in regards to the Supporters' Shield. If I go home, we'll go over the recent fixtures. Not too many to go over. Of course, the Cincinnati win and the Philadelphia draw were in the last episode. We did follow that up with a win over the Philadelphia Union in that next game. A 1-0 victory, their goalkeeper scoring an own goal after Fernandez hit the post, I believe. After that, we lost to the Portland Timbers, 2-1. Opened the scoring there through Keane in the 12th minute. They got a goal back through Garcia. And then their striker, Brian Fernandez, getting a goal in the 92nd minute, forcing us to lose. As you can see, Boubacar has been pretty shocking. One other thing I want to mention before we keep going. This is glitched out for some reason. Highest average rating, they say it's a Boubacar on a 6.85. If you go into the squad, obviously there's lots of different players with much higher ratings than him, so very weird. But anyway, so back in the fixtures, we lost that game. We then versed FC Dallas. We also lost this game 1-0. Michael Barrios getting a goal in the 56th minute there. And basically these 2 losses caused us to drop a little bit further down the conference table. And I felt like something needed to change. So what I did is I reverted back to the attacking 4-4-2 tactic we used in the first season. And since then, we're unbeaten. And we've had... I don't want to say good results because they're not really that good, but we started off with a 0-0 draw, which is surprising. But if I show you the match stats, as you can see, 36 shots, 16 on target, and we didn't score a goal. And their goalkeeper got a 7.6, and they only had 1 shot on target. So how we didn't win this game, I will never know. But we didn't win and we didn't lose, so take the little draw, I guess. The next game was a 4-2 victory over the San Jose Earthquakes. Jason Olsen, Zelalem, Carranza, and Olasunde getting our goals there, but we did concede 2 goals as well. But a nice victory, nonetheless. And the final game just played was a 1-1 draw against the Colorado Rapids. They actually opened the scoring through Mane, and then Will Keane managed to get us back on level terms. But today I'm hoping for 2 really big results against Salt Lake and Tucson. Obviously, want to try and get as far in the cup as possible. As you can see, the manager performance by the board is at an A+, so they're really, really happy with how things are going, which is interesting because I would say that even being in third, 1 loss and we could find ourselves down to 5th, maybe even 6th. So it's not great. It's not looking too good, considering how well we sort of started the season. Yeah, let's get into the lineup for this first game against Real Salt Lake. Like I said, we've reverted back to the 4-4-2. I'm not really 100% sure on exactly who we're going to be starting because Fernandez would probably come in, but he's currently out on international duty. We've also got Greg Garza with a suspension for today's game. But one positive, the new signing from the last episode, Romano, the Argentine regen, he has just come back from his injury, so he is available. I'm not... Actually, do you know what? I'm going to go with Mizcic for Locklear. And then I think we're going to go Romano on the bench for Locklear as well. Maybe we can give him, 15 to 20 minutes towards the end of the game. Because I would actually like to start him for the Tucson game. Let's do that. Let's give Romano his debut at some stage today. Yeah, the starting lineup going to be McDermott, Olusunde, Zimmerman, Abubakar, and Gaspar, making up our back four. The midfield four is going to be Mizcic, Marcial, Zelalim, and Cisneros. I'm tempted to play Fabinho, but he just really hasn't performed. Last 5 games, 6.62 average rating. We're going to stick with Zelalim, who, to be honest, is doing much better. As you can see, the average rating for him so far this season, under a 7. Not great, but still relatively good. And then up front, we're going to go with Olsen and Keane. Carranza is on the bench, but Olsen did score that goal in the San Jose game, so we'll stick with him. The bench day is going to be Strand, Besler, Ripken, Fabinho, Mueller, Romano, and Carranza. Let's do it. Like I said, we need a win here today. I think it's pretty important. I guess I'll tell the boys I expect them to win. I feel like it's really getting a mixed result at the moment, which I feel like has really changed. Anyway, we've given the ball away in such a horrible position there from that throw-in. And it looks like it's going to be a penalty within the first 2 minutes of the game going against us. I have to say, that's really frustrating if it's going to be a penalty. Yep, a penalty is given. Oh my god. This is the worst possible way to start the game. Luckily we save it, but honestly, giving away a penalty in the first 2 minutes, in what world does that make any sense at all? I mean, we're just lucky that Glad managed to somehow miss that header. Alright. I mean, I guess we're starting to come into the game a little bit. Be nice if we could have a few highlights here. Olsen and Gaspar both picking up yellow cards, so we'll ease them off. Gaspar's also not match fit for this one. Pretty much because Gars has been playing so well. But as you can see, Gaspar on a 6.4, which is very scary, and a lot of their attack is sort of coming down this left-hand side. Although we are in behind with Olsen, but he cannot score. The one-on-ones are so brutal on Football Manager at the moment. And now Salt Lake are counter-attacking, but Olusunde getting in there with a strong tackle. I have to say, not a great first half. And we're pretty lucky to only be drawing at the moment. I mean, I kind of expected them to put that penalty away. Just to punish me, really. Alright, McDermott will get that. Plays a nice ball out to Cisneros. but he gets tackled with ease. Very good tackle there by the Real Salt Lake player. Although he's given the ball away to Olsen. Olsen cannot capitalize. He can't score. Very frustrating. I think we're going to have to bring Carranza on if this continues. I mean, their goalkeeper's on a 7.3. All right, we're gonna make a sub here. I mean, just frustrating. Martial's going to come off. I mean, Ripken can come on for Olasunde, and I'll give it maybe 10 more minutes, 8 more minutes, and we'll bring Romano on for Mizcic. We just need to score a goal, and we have. Scored in the back of the net. Fabinho with a cross that literally goes over everybody and somehow ends in the back of the net. That is a vital goal to score. As you can see, Keane, I think he was trying to go for it. Literally goes over his head. And that's a very good substitute by me. But yeah, Romano on for Mizcic. He's on a 6.4. I'm really happy that we signed Romano. Like I said it in the last episode, Mizcic is just... he's so inconsistent. I don't know what it is, but just something about him. He just doesn't have the... I don't know if it's level-headedness to sort of play at this level or what it is, but just really... I don't know. He was just so good earlier in the season, at the end of last season as well. He seems like a different player. And not in a good way either. There we go, the 1-0 victory over Real Salt Lake, despite their goalkeeper having a 7.2. That is a very, very important victory there. There we go, Romano makes professional debut. Nice. Still can't believe we got him for only 220k. A player of that quality. With potential, only 18. And a cheap wage as well. Alright. I mean, I may as well, let's just do this live. I'm just going to keep advancing here. Usually I would cut this out, but, you know, it's only 3 days. Let's just go through. I'm going to talk about a few things as well. So make sure you stick with me. We are going to be starting Romano for this Tucson game. But the way I see it at the moment, I'm enjoying this series, but there are obvious bugs within it. Now, I kind of expected there to be bugs with this series because it is the beta. It's a new expansion team. It's obviously going to be some sort of issues that we would sort of run through. Ooh, this guy looks really good. I think we'll try and sign this guy. Let's have a look. Regular starter, that's fine by me. Try and negotiate a contract. Okay, he wants a lot of money. He wants a lot of money. I don't want to give it to him. Pretty good. He's pretty good, but you know what? I'm just going to shortlist him. And I think we'll try and come back in for him at another stage. Because I don't really want to be paying that much money. As you can see, our scouts are, you know, doing a relatively good job. This guy could actually be another decent option. Leskovic. Although he is 30 years old. Let me just skip through those. I don't want to make this episode too long, but yeah, like I was saying, the series, I am enjoying it. So let me just say that first of all. The longevity of the series, I'm not too sure how many more seasons there's going to be. I'll definitely do one more season after this. Because I want to try and win the MLS. But the lack of an academy, A second team that doesn't play any games, it's just really off-putting. It's not even the first team or anything like that. That's all fine. It's just these things in the background. They're just little things that are just preventing me from wanting to make this a long-term series. And I have another really good series idea as well, which I'm going to be doing after this one. So, like I said, there's a few different things that will probably happen at some stage. But we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, let's change this lineup a little bit. I want to bring a few people in. Bring Gaza back. When's our next game, actually? Let's have a look at that. So we've got quite some time. We can essentially play a full-strength team. The only problem is you can only have a maximum of 5 foreign players in this starting lineup. I'm going to give Strand a start in goals. And then I think we're also going to go with Mueller instead of Cisneros. But it does mean that we're going to have to change a few things around on the bench here because... Alright. That changes it good enough that we can actually bring Romano in there. So we'll do that. And I think we'll go with that team, actually. Actually, I might play Salazar instead of Martial. Let's do that. We'll go with that team. So we've got Olsen and Keane. Well, actually, let's go with Carranza. I like that team better. So Carranza comes in as a striker. We've got Romano coming in as the left winger. We've got Salazar coming in as a centre midfielder. Mueller coming in as a right winger. And then we got Gaza coming back in as our left back. Like I said, we should be beating a team like Tucson. They're only a USL 2 team, which is obviously a relatively non-league team in regards to America or the US. And let's see what we can do. I want to try and score some goals today. Obviously, Romano getting his debut. However, we've conceded in the first 7 minutes, which... Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I really don't know with this game. I mean, who is that? Is that Gaza? It's Romano. Okay. Why was Gaza pushed so far up? He was pushed up further than the winger, defending them. Anyway, their first shot on target, their first shot as well, equals a goal. Sometimes that's how Football Manager goes. Anyway, we've got a highlight here. Mueller getting the ball in midfield. Taking a bit of a wild shot there. I mean, I still don't think we're going to lose this game. But I'm just surprised. I mean, they're in behind again. Maybe I should be a little bit more, I don't know, taken back by the way that they've started the game. Anyway, we've got a free kick here. Mueller to take it. Goes for goal, and that's a good save by their goalkeeper. Corner now, Gaza. Lead away, Salazar. Back out to Gaza. And the highlight just ends out of nowhere. But that's going to be a red card, so that could massively help us get back into this game. I mean, they've still only had the one shot. One shot for one goal. Mueller, there we go, 1-1. That's Mueller's first goal of the season. He scored so many goals last season, but surprisingly, only scoring his first now, and we're, I would say, just over the halfway point of this season. You can definitely tell that they're sort of lacking players with that send-off. Alrighty. 10 minutes, 5 minutes until halftime. And it's going to finish 1-1 at halftime, unless we score a goal here. Romano. Back to Gaza. Mueller at the back post. Carranza. There we go. 2-1. We're back in the lead. Well, we're in the lead for the first time of the game. And a pretty important, pretty important goal to get right on the stroke of halftime. Gaza to Mueller, and then Mueller. I'm not sure if that was a head back to his own player or if he was actually going for goal. Either way, I'll take it. And we're 2-1 up. I mean, it's a very different team talk that I would have been having had we not scored that goal then. Abubakar to Salazar. Oh, I think he might have just hit the top of the crossbar there. Yeah, Salazar's not playing too well. He's on a 6.4. Seems pretty bad at the moment. Olasunde. Shot gets blocked. Gaza. Oh, what a rocket. Take a bow, son. Absolute rocket from the left back. He actually, I think he scored his first goal in a very similar way. But that is his second goal of this season. He must have decent long shots. Because, like I said, he scored that first one in the exact same manner. And now he's got an injured, so that's perfect. Alright, Gaspar will come on. But that's pretty unfortunate. A little bit frustrating, actually. Alright, we'll bring... Ooh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, we'll bring Ripken on. Give him a bit more game time. Probably could have started him, but we don't have another game for a little while. So that, it wasn't really too big of an issue in regards to rotation. I mean, Tucson are coming forward here. And they take it was a decent shot. Just wide. I think we'll make our last sub. Keane can come off for Olsen. On a 6.6 Keane there. Sort of expect him to do a little bit better. And there we go. That should be full time. 3-1 victory over FC Tucson. I mean, we started that match in a terrible, terrible way. But we have come back to get the victory. And we go into the 5th round of the US Open Cup. Ooh, Gaza is going to be out for 4 to 5 weeks with that injury. And Mueller picking up the Man of the Match award there as well. Alright. Well, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it if you made it all the way through. If you could drop a like, it'd be much appreciated. Subscribe to the channel as well. And as always, take it easy and goodbye.